Hey everybody, my name's Sherry and this is Sherry's Recovery Corner. Today I wanted to tell y'all about how me and my husband got sober. What choices did we make? How did we do it? Did we go into a rehab? Were we in jail? I wanted to let y'all know. So at the beginning of COVID, we were staying with some friends. We were pretty much homeless if it wasn't for them. Sleeping on a little pallet on the floor. We I made the choice to go into a Suboxone clinic and get help. I had been dependent and taking pain pills for, I think it was like 17, 18 years at that time. Which is a good bit, a long while to be an addict. And I didn't know I was an addict at the time, really. I didn't know when they gave me the pain pills in the first place that I was going to become dependent on them. But I did. I did. The withdrawal is what I can't. It's ridiculous for me. Like with having fibromyalgia and osteoarthritis and degenerating discs and joints, the pain from the withdrawal was just killing for me, and that's what made me go back for more, because it was just excruciating. And so I made my appointment and I went in, and it was for a few weeks. I think it's actually like a couple months. I had to have clean drug screens every week, and of course do therapy and things like that. As long as I had clean drug screens for once a week, I think it was for like 2 months, then I went to every other week. And then the same thing, I would have therapy, and as long as I had a clean drug screen, I think that was for a little longer. I think that was maybe 3 or 4 months. It was every other week. And with constantly clean drug screens, then I went to once a month. And to be honest, somebody had asked in another video in a comment if I was taking Suboxone. And yes, I am. I'm very thankful for the medication. Without that, I don't know if I would be where I am today, because once again, the withdrawal, it's really bad. And I'm hoping in the near future I will be able to taper down and then eventually stop taking my Suboxone, because I don't want to have to take medicine for the rest of my life. But I also know at this time is not a good time to try to taper down with the stressors that me and my husband got going on. But eventually I hope there is a time that I can do that, and him as well, I'm sure. It makes it even harder with having the fibromyalgia and the arthritis and stuff, because I have pain every day. I work a full-time job of 40 plus hours a week, sometimes near 50 hours. I don't know. It just depends on we're in a slow time right now. So they're trying to keep us at 40 hours. But this last week I still worked 44 hours. So it's hard, not being able to go get a Lortab or a Percocet to just take my pain away. And y'all, please forgive me. I've never sat and talked to a camera before. I'm really nervous, and I just want to get my voice out. I know my doctor and them, they said it was a good idea to share my story. Of course, they're personal to me. They know some of the stories that I've been through, some of the stories my husband's been through, and they said it would be helpful to share our story. He's not a very good speaker, so he has given me permission to share some of his experiences in his life. He was a drug addict since he was about, I think he said like 11, 12 years old. And for him to be completely sober now is amazing. I couldn't be a more prouder wife than I am. And I'm grateful and thankful that he made that choice as well to get sober. Because I had to sit and talk with him and tell him, it was really hard to stay sober when he was still getting high and the people we were staying with was getting high. It was just making it that much more difficult for me to stay clean. So thankfully and gratefully, he made that choice to get clean with me. We ended up finding a property that somebody was renting out for only $200 a month. It was just the property now. It was 14 acres out in the country. And there was a building there, but it wasn't a house. It was just like an old storage building or maybe an old laundry room or something that Kenny maybe thought. And we stayed in that for a while until we got one of those prefab sheds that you can get. And we were trying to turn it into a tiny house. It was a 10 by 20. It was really cute. We're going to try to put some pictures up on there because it was absolutely beautiful and so peaceful and tranquil out there on that property. Like, especially when it snowed and we got snowed in. It was really peaceful, and hopefully we'll be able to learn how to put pictures in a video for you guys so you can share or so we can share and so y'all can see. We had a little pond and we had all kinds of woods. It was just so beautiful. There was no electric, no running water. We would have to bring jugs to go down to the bottom of the mountain and fill up with water and bring it back to be able to bathe and brush our teeth and wash our hair and, all that good fun stuff. We had a generator during, mostly the summertime. We used the generator to, run an air conditioner that would kind of, keep it somewhat, it wouldn't be, so hot in there because it was a tin roof. It was like a little oven, but that air conditioner would at least help so we weren't miserable. In the wintertime, we had a kerosene heater that would once again make it not quite as cold, but it wouldn't keep us warm either. We had to wear several layers of clothing. We had a really heavy blanket. It weighed a ton. I don't know if I could even wash it by myself because it was just that heavy. It was a heavy blanket that kept us warm at night. We would wake up in the wintertime when it got really I think the feels like temperature was less than 0. It was like -2 or 3. And we woke up with like this much ice all over the inside of the windows. That's how cold it was. But we did it. It was so hard to take a bath or anything in the wintertime because the heater wasn't really, unless you were standing like right on the heater, like while you're washing yourself, then it'd be okay. But man, it was hard. It was so cold. And, we did that for almost 5 years, I think or 4 years. I'm sorry, 4 years. We did that. And I honestly believe, and so does my husband, that was God up above testing us to see if we were really going to stick to this. Because he'd be testing you. Well, he did test us because it was rough up there. We would have to cut wood. Before we got our kerosene heater, we would have to cut wood to put in this little single burner, wood burner stove like they used to use back in the day, just to get a little bit of heat to take barely the chill out of the air. But we did have a couple cats at that time, and it was so peaceful out there. It was hard, but we were able to do it. Like, it was like camping every day almost, really, is the best way to describe it. It was like camping every day. We would cut wood, like I said. It was so far away from everything too that people wouldn't just come by unless they had a reason to be there, unless they really wanted to see us. And really, honestly, there was only a couple people, well, one person really, that would ever come out to just see us. But we needed that, I think, to show God that we were deserving. We did the work. We put in the sweat, the tears, the anything he wanted, we did for him. To show him, I'm sorry, to show him that we deserved a home, a true forever home. And out there was not going to be our forever home. Building the tiny house like we were thought we were going to do, that was not going to be our forever home. That's why God put us on a path to find a home. We worked on our credit for those 4 years, to the point where we were able to get a home. In April, we bought a home. It's both of our first home ever. It's small, but it's so cute. It's so us. As soon as we pulled up and walked in that front door, when we came to view the home, we both fell in love and we knew this was going to be our home. And that's where we are. Technically, it's only a little 1-bedroom because the other room, we think it must have been like a dining room or something. But they did close it all because you can see where it's like closed off from the kitchen in that room. They like closed the whole doorway off. But that's okay. That's fine. That's our cat's room. It's okay. Or the kids if they need a place. I don't know. But we love our home and we are so grateful for our home. And without us staying sober and working as hard as we have, we wouldn't be in this home. I know a lot of people go to rehab or some type of inpatient treatment, especially to get off drugs. And now, mind you, when I said drugs, it's not just pain pills that we were doing at that time. And meth has a 2% recovery rate, meaning that we have heard or seen that only 2% of the people that try to get off meth will successfully get off of meth. And thank God we are part of that 2%. And I couldn't be more prouder of that, because that's a hard feat in itself, on top of the pain pills. So it was really, really hard. But we did it. We don't look back. We have no intentions or cravings or anything like that for any kind of drugs. Thank goodness, because I love my life. I love my job. I love my husband. I love our home. It is so nice to be able to go into the store and if I need something, get it. Yeah, some days after we pay all the bills, it might be a little tight, we struggle a little bit, but we do it. We've never been late on a mortgage payment. We haven't been late on the electric. We haven't been late on the water bill. And we worked very hard for that. And I'm so grateful for that. I know there's a lot of people out there that want to get sober, want to get clean. They try to get clean. They can't stay clean. I want to help any way I can. And even if it's by talking to y'all and just the one person that might need those words of encouragement to come across this video and know it's possible. Maybe that's all they need to hear. It is possible to get clean and be a homeowner and have a much better life, a much better relationship with your significant other, a much better relationship with God above. I mean, a much better relationship with anybody in your life. Sadly, between me and my husband, we've lost 5 loved ones this last year. Just in this last, not even this last year, just since we bought the home, actually. So we've lost 5 loved ones. He's lost his dad and a brother. I've lost most recently my grandma, my only grandparent that was living left. I lost her. Before that, I lost an aunt that was very important and in a big part of my life when I was little and growing up. And then before that, it was my other aunt that was like a second mom to me. When I was little, I lost her. I wasn't able to go to their services. But they know I love them. They know if I could have been there, I would have. And I hope right now they're talking to Mom and being like, you know what Sherry did? Because Mom, before she passed away, she didn't know I was addicted to drugs. Sadly, she didn't. If she knew, she didn't tell me. I should say that. She didn't say nothing to me if she did know. But Mom also died not knowing a few things that I didn't tell her. But that's okay. It wasn't anything on her parenting, so I didn't think she needed to know. I didn't want to hurt her. I loved her. She's like my best friend. Along this path of making this channel and making a mess of this icing, I'm not able to do this while I'm talking, obviously, as you can see. This poor cookie is looking pitiful, y'all. Let me show you. It's all so uneven. It looked like a little kindergartner did it. But hey, it's okay. It's going to taste good. Might not look the greatest, but it's going to taste good. I want to thank y'all for just stopping by and seeing what it's about. I know you don't know me and I don't know you. But I know in my heart there's somebody out there that needs to hear what I have to say. It might make all the difference in the world. I don't know. I hope it will. I hope that, man, these things are little. Well, I think I gotta have like some tweezers or something to put these suckers on. I just want y'all to know that it is possible to be sober or clean, and succeed in life if you're an addict. Just because you're an addict doesn't define you for the rest of your life. You're able to make those choices and get clean and then stay clean. My stepdaughter, for example, she was in a treatment program. It was court ordered, but she said she wanted it. She ended up leaving it and had to go back to jail. They finally caught her. And she's back in jail now, which is the best place for her at this time because, well, when she left the treatment, she had just over a year clean when she left. And the first thing she did when she left was she got high. Broke my husband's heart, broke my heart. We were so proud of her, man, I tell you. But she's in jail now. The best place for her. I hope she will learn. She told us on a phone call that she's only going to have to be in there for a couple months. And if that's the case, I don't know if that's long enough for her. If just over a year and she goes right back to it. And I don't know. I have high hopes though. I really hope it works. Because we love her. But we will see. And if y'all have any questions, just feel free to ask. Sorry, I'm trying to put these little hearts on here while I'm trying to put some hearts on. Look, I got a couple on there. Got a couple of white hearts. Can you see? Oh, hold on. Let me turn it the other way. Let me so y'all can see. See? Oh, look at that little heart. They're little. I tell y'all, there's some little old hearts. But thank you guys for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment, like, dislike even, and share. I want to get the word out. It's possible to be clean. It's possible to be sober. And it takes a lot of hard work. There's bad days, there's good days. Today's a good day. I have a lot of good days now, though, really, honestly. I really do have a lot of good days. I don't have a lot of good hair days. But I got a good mindset today. And a lot of days. I try to stay really positive. Like, even at work. Like, I had chuckled so much yesterday at work that one of the other managers, she said, Sherry, she said, you really keep me grounded when we get busy and I start stressing. I really try. We all got to be there. Why not make it more pleasant than what it is? You know what I mean? Like, we got to get the work done. Let's have fun while we're doing it. But thank you guys so much for joining me today and listening to me ramble for a few minutes. Like I said, I'm still learning how to do this. I'm so nervous. I know y'all can tell. I'm so nervous. And I hope you have a good day. Say your blessings and say your prayers. And know that if you're going through a hard time in your life right now, it's probably God testing you. He's testing you. You can make it through it and come out shining on the end. Y'all have a good day. Bye.